You know, people say targeting, it's like the perfect crime, and I disagree. I think it only works because we're surrounded by a bunch of Zoolanders or corrupt evil people. Probably a mix of both. And if I had to hazard a guess, I would say the Zoolander Gormless types are probably the 80% or something. Just a random guess. And I know I'll sound like some sort of jaded, mean person, and I'm the bad guy, but I'm fucking sick of them, eh? Like, well past sick of them, like 5 years past being fed up with them. It's not some like absolutely genius crime, like, it requires a shit ton of people to like look the other way or go along with it, or never wonder why there's no frequency police. Like, to have a police force with no frequency detectors, and to have all these people that never like think, never research. It's not a perfect crime at all. It's a sleazy, kind of lame, like comical crime. It's not funny, but it's just comical how it's like it just keeps going on decade after decade, and no one seems to figure it out. Everyone goes along with the scapegoating of a person. All someone has to do is jump on Yandex, or Yandex is like the new DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo's now obviously gone the way of Google. It's turned into a shit pile. I pretty much knew that would happen when I searched who the CEO was about 5 years ago, but say no more. You're not allowed to say anything about that lot. Yeah, by the way, I call it targeting because I don't want to have, and I'll sound mean when I say this, but I don't want to have the one headlight brigade arrive, or everyone telling me to like do the spiritual warfare, brother, and all that kind of stuff, and you get all these chosen one sorts appearing, and I'm over that. I've moved on from that, moved away from that rather, if I'm trying to put it neutrally and not inflammatorily, or whatever, however you say it. So I just use vague titles. If I wanted the views, I'd say like neuro weapon targeted individual and all this kind of stuff, but I don't want like those kind of noisy TikTok one headlight car sorts appearing on the channel. Just prefer it to stay small. And like, I understand like anything can be used to sensitize and traumatize, like something small, it can still devastate, so I shouldn't really make light of it. But I think there is a difference between being electrocuted or seeing one headlight cars. At least the one headlight car, you can close your eyes, you can look away. With sound or frequency, you can't block it out. Those low frequency sounds, you can't stop them. So that can get really devastating, and you can't ignore that. I've seen like, the one headlight cars sometimes, but it's generally more when I talk about it. I don't know how the fuck they do that, but if I say I'm going to go out and make a one headlight car video, I did that once, just to see what would happen, and sure enough, one appeared behind me, like while I was making the video, like right on cue, literally like 100 meters out of my house, one headlight car, and then another one, and just like saw like 6 of them within about within about 2 kilometers, literally, like if that, maybe even like 1 kilometer. I noticed that the headlight of my van actually went out the other day, and then it went back on again. You know, of course, it could just be like a loose fitting or something. It's an incandescent as well. It's not like an LED. I guess the LEDs might be able to be more like, if it is able to be like remote controlled somehow, who knows. But this was an incandescent anyway, so I don't think there's any way that could be tinkered with. I guess there probably are more one headlight cars nowadays, like cars with the headlight, you know, blown, because if it's true about all these pulsed microwaves, you know, they'll be blowing like filaments more, just more stress on everything, you know, life and electronics, and so that might explain it. I'm not meaning to diminish or dismiss people who've literally seen, like, you know, battalions of one headlight cars deployed where there's like, you know, like 20 in a row go past you. I mean, you know, I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying, like, there's a lot more subtle times when you just see like 1 or 2, 3, and then, you know, there are instances when you try to attribute things to being deliberate harassment when it's not. I don't really get any of that colour sensitization or anything. Just for me, it was all just noise harassment. I guess they profile people and figure out what will get to them and what won't, and I can pretty much laugh at anything unless it's you know, unless it's trauma that is scientifically proven to devastate the body. I can't laugh at, you know, being massively irradiated or being hit with infrasound and all those weird sound waves for years. It's about this time of night actually that there's a deafening, like, marauding motorbike that zooms around the city, and he sort of parks nearby and absolutely revs the shit out of his bike. I never managed to find that video, but I had a few videos of it, and yeah, I don't know if they were the corrupted ones that I lost or not. Oh man, you're lovely soft duck, aren't you? I was just getting a sneaky grope in of this duck. She's got a lovely soft feathers, man. It's just, oh man, they're so nice. So gentle. Pretty lovely sensation for a lonesome bird feeder man to have a little touch of the duck. Don't report me to PETA, please. That's what this goofball society would do. There will be people out there like, he's molesting the duck, report the bird feeder man. This is an appalling abuse. You know, that's how surreal this fucking world is. There's people out there that, actually the majority, you know, they're all up in arms about, I mentioned it in a video the other day, I don't know if I posted that one, but it was about a kiwi. There's this kiwi bird and a tourist business where, shit, hang on, I just got to empty the bag. There's this tourist business and they were bringing out this kiwi into this bright room so that people could get a selfie with it. And you know, the kiwis are a nocturnal bird and they don't like the light. and I guess they get traumatised by it, I suppose, and stressed. And you know, there's animal rights groups up in arms, and the public were outraged. You know, the good old New Zealand public were outraged, and rightly so, yeah. But like, where's the outrage for the medical thing the last 2 years? Where's the outrage for people getting like sunged? You know, getting microwave tortured and mind controlled? Where's the outrage there? It's just surreal, man. And like, I was already outraged in my own mind when they do these Kiwi tours and people walk around and they have red light on their, you know, red headlamp, right? Because the red light is meant to be gentler for the bird and that. But can you imagine being the bird, the Kiwi, in the, you know, in the forest, like all tranquil, peaceful forest, and every fucking night these people come out with their, you know, like 10 or 20 people with their headlamps on, and they're walking around hunting down the bird, you know, to do whatever, to look at the bird and hang out with it or whatever. Imagine being that bird. I don't know, probably be like being a targeted individual Kiwi. You know, I don't know if a bird would get more and more stressed by that, having that happen every night. It's probably trying to like have to keep moving to try to hide in a new spot every night. But yeah, there's no outrage there, you know. I can't imagine a bird not getting stressed by that. You know, getting located every night and having groups of people surround it. Anyways, I better wrap this one up. I gotta go get some more bird seed. Actually, one positive thing, just not to be completely negative about everything. It's quite a nice thing the other night. I ran out of, I don't know if I had enough money on the card, and I said to the person at the counter, like, oh, I'm not sure if the card's going to decline, it's in a pretty sorry state. And it actually did decline, so I had to walk the 5 kilo bag of birdseed way down to the end of the store again and put it back. And on the way out, the nice young guy, he said, did you need that? And I was like, oh, what? I was like, oh, no, it's just for the ducks in the park. And he's like, oh, okay. And I left, and I thought about it, and I thought, oh shit, I guess he was like considering to pay for it, like if it was something I desperately needed. And I thought, man, that was actually a fucking nice guy. Like, you know, at his age, like, if I think he's about 25, you know, to pay for like a $25 bag of birdseed, that's like 2 hours pay pretty much. And I don't know, at his age, I would have not wanted to part with $25, that's for sure. Like, so yeah, I thought it was a really nice thing, eh? Yeah, anyways, I better get down to the shop. I'm a cashed up bird feeder man today, so may even buy 2 bags of birdseed, although probably won't overdo it actually. Sorry ducks, I'm all out now.